Yo, what's up guys? Today, we're doing the very first tutorial on Oakley's great channel history. Now listen, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm like almost 95% sure I invented the playstyle known as Reflex Survival in Left 4 Dead. And if you don't know what Reflex Survival is, it's basically like normal survival, except you're on your feet 95% of the time, and once you know it, it's based on reflex. Now before I start teaching you guys how to play survival reflex style, first you have to know my 6 factors of success. Now I know what you're thinking, 6 factors? That's a lot of factors to remember to be successful. Well, that's why guys, I created a very helpful and important acronym that'll help you remember these things a lot easier. Just remember faggot, fearlessness, accuracy, gun smarts, grenades, obsession, and think on your feet. These 6 factors all contribute into a really successful reflex run without any trouble in between. So guys, without any further ado, let's get right into this tutorial. Guys, I think we could all agree that Left 4 Dead's a pretty scary game. It definitely has a lot of things to be afraid of. But you can never be too afraid. And being fearless means you have to try new shit, even if it fucks you over in the end. Now, fearlessness can generally be applied to pretty much anything in a reflex survival run, but it is usually most effective when you apply it to your map knowledge. Now listen, there's one of 2 ways that you can apply fearlessness to your reflex survival. You can either be a boring Jew of an individual who goes around and explores the map before starting the round, or you can do it on the fly. Oh my god, oh my god. Dude, don't fucking go. Oh my god. Dude! 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 Oh my god! Holy shit, dude! Oh my fucking god! Dude! Dude! Oh shit! Oh my god! Fuck! Fuck! Not like this! No! And a lot of times you're gonna find that you'll discover new things about maps that you didn't know before, regardless of which one of those things you chose. And another way that you can apply fearlessness to your run is by not being afraid to waste a gas canister every once in a while. This is because gas cans and propane tanks are literally free booby traps laid across the map that you can set yourself. And on top of that, most reflex runs only last about 3 to 5 minutes. And in other words, don't get stingy with your propane. Oh, fuck! And another example of fearlessness is YOLO. Now, much of the time, you're gonna find yourself in situations that are gonna be really hard to get out of, and sometimes you won't get out of them. But I mean, dude, for fuck's sake, what's the hurt in turning around a corner you may not see the end of? Because I mean, look, realistically speaking, if you end up deciding to take a turn that you usually don't go down solely to escape a horde, there's at least a 50% chance you'll be successful in getting out of it.
Calm down, everybody, no refunds.
Because look, when you're getting chased by a tank, a jockey, and a hunter, and you run down this mysterious, like, garage area that you don't usually go through because it's a dead end, and you have the balls, you grow the balls to run through the rustiest, fucked up looking door possible, and just pray to God that it's not a dead end, and then it's actually not a dead end, it is like actually winning the lottery. It's like finding out that you're not the father. And that's exactly why I don't give a fuck about time, because that right there is the sole reason I play Reflex Survival. Now, I don't think there's much needed for me to say in this section because accuracy is pretty self-explanatory. If you're not hitting the right shots in the right places, you're probably not going to have a good time. And especially being that 90% of the time I use a shotgun, it's not really that much of a concern to me because shotguns aren't really accuracy oriented, so it doesn't really matter most of the time. But remember, Reflex Survival is an open market. You can use any gun you want. You can play any way you want and have your own loadout. It doesn't matter. But listen, I literally invented this thing, and on top of that, I've invested millions of taxpayers' dollars into research on the greatest loadout you could possibly use in this playstyle. But after many winkless nights at the laboratory, I've come to the conclusion that the ultimate loadout for Reflex Survival is an auto shotgun, either one of the two, a ninja sword, Molotov, and adrenaline is the greatest loadout you can use in this playstyle. Auto shotties are great for easy fun on the run, and the katana is basically the highest tier melee weapon you could find in the game, and the Molotov is really great for getting you out of a really sticky situation. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, accuracy. I won't lie to you, I just put this here so that I can spell the word fat. Now listen, there's multiple reasons why the auto shotgun is the ultimate choice for reflex survival, at least for me. But like I said before, reflex survival is a free market. Now I kind of went over this in the last section, but the main reason I use the auto shotgun is because I do this shit solo. If I had other people around me, it probably wouldn't be too much of a concern to use like an M16 or an AK or something. But being that I am going completely solo with these runs, it's a lot easier to just reload the gun as I'm shooting it. And I don't know, it's just a lot easier and there's a lot less accuracy I need to worry about. Because look, this isn't CSGO, but I don't know if you noticed, the guns do still have spray patterns. Believe it or not, yeah, they do have spray patterns. And the reason why this is important is because the common infected are easily your worst enemy in reflex survival. Not the tanks, not the chargers, not even the smokers and the jockeys. And you'll hear it from me first, I really hate smokers. Holy fucking shit. Every run, every single run I do gets fucking ruined by these stupid, tall, fucking tumor-having pieces of shit that can't fucking do anything strategic. All they do is stand back and shoot like a fucking pussy-ass sniper in the middle of the fucking Afghanistan war. Fuck you. But the common infected are cannon fodder. They're literally made to slow you down. That's why, guys, I use an incredibly useful method known as crowd control. Because although the common infected actually run faster than you do, this is where your melee weapon comes in. You never get pistols. Never. You never ever get pistols. It's basically like training the zombies in Call of Duty, except you're keeping them as far away from you as possible. And one of the best ways to do that is by shoving and slicing. And I know it might not always seem like a big problem in the moment, but you always keep your head on the swivel, because although most of the zombies are behind you, there's always one motherfucker that ruins all of it. And all it takes is one. Now I know I just made a COD Zombies reference a little bit ago, but the reality is the zombies in this game are a lot more intelligent, and that though most of them will be behind you and just following your direct path like they do in COD Zombies, there is a good number of them that will actually try to juke around you to get behind. And this is why the auto shotgun is so important, because at least playing solo, more often than not, you're gonna find yourself in situations where you're getting mobbed by zombies. And so with that, you could probably imagine being in a situation like that with like an M16 or an AK. It's definitely not going to be the most ideal thing to be in. And once you know it, this is where I lead you guys conveniently into the next portion of this video: grenades! I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I don't have a grenade in my grenade slot when I'm doing a reflex run, I feel naked. I feel like a naked stripper that just escaped the Diddy party. Okay, joking, but seriously, not having a grenade is like actually writing a suicide letter. It literally just makes no sense. You should have a grenade on you at all times. It doesn't matter if it's a Molotov, boomer bile, a pipe bomb, it doesn't matter. Because like when you're playing campaign or versus or whatever, the mindset is usually just, I'm going to use this as a deterrent to slow the infected down. But when you start doing a reflex run, the mindset changes completely from, oh, I'm gonna slow down the infected, to, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here. Now, technically, pipe bombs and boomer bile functionally do the same thing. The only difference is pipe bombs actually kill the infected. Boomer bile, it really just is a distraction for the most part. That's why if you ever find yourself in a situation where there's no Molotovs, no pipe bombs or nothing, and all you really have is boomer bile, you gotta use that shit on the tank. Because like, yeah, it'll get the infected off your back for like a short time, but after like 30 seconds, they'll just go right back to chasing after you again. So that's why in a reflex survival run, the Molotov is the best grenade you could possibly use, mainly because it's the most proficient and it's honestly the greatest thing that you could have in your inventory. The main difference between the Molotov and the other grenades is the Molotov has multiple uses. You can of course use it to kill a ton of zombies, and the radius is so large that you can almost take out an entire horde with just one Molotov. But then of course, you could also use it to kill the tank, because obviously the tanks don't stop burning once they catch fire. Because I won't lie to you, dude, sometimes it gets really hot in this particular kitchen, and you won't have the time, energy, nor space to attack a tank directly. So not only does the Molotov constantly do damage to the tank, but it also kills it eventually, and by the time the second tank shows up, the first tank is probably already on its way out. And now I've said before, the common infected are meant to slow you down. Their main attack is by literally grabbing your ass and holding you in place and doing damage to you. And so that's the main reason why my favorite use of the Molotov is as an escape route. If you watch my videos, you'll see that there's a lot of points in the background footage where I get so swarmed by zombies to the point to where slicing and dicing just isn't enough, and I'll literally just pull out a Molotov and light them on fire, including myself. And not only does it instantly kill every single infected within that radius, but on top of that, you barely take damage from it. You'll even see in some of my background footage, I'll literally be running into and standing in fire just to get away from a sticky situation. But wait, I'm not done yet. If you're being pounced by a hunter or a jockey or getting pulled by a piece of shit smoker, eventually the fire is going to take them out to the point where you're going to be able to live for a few more minutes. Well, I mean, of course it depends on your health. If you're literally going to die, then you're going to die. But like if you're on green and you're running around, just take some pills and keep going, buddy. No! Come on, bitch! Die! Fuck! Oh no! No! Oh my god, I'm alive! Pills! Now listen, I don't have anything against using pipe bombs or boomer bile or whatever. You can use whatever you want. But everything that I just listed off are all the reasons why the Molotov is the ultimate grenade. Now I hope you guys are ready for this next section. Obsession! Listen, if you think you're already obsessed with Left 4 Dead, think again. Because in order for Reflex Survival to go well for you, you have to do this shit every day. Because it's literally like picking up a new skill. You have to practice it every day. And if you don't, then you'll never get good at it. Because here's the thing, you're literally changing the way that you play the game. Normal survival mode in Left 4 Dead is completely different from Reflex Survival mode. And now being that I'm the only person known to play Reflex Survival in Left 4 Dead 2, I think it'd be really interesting to see how team-based Reflex Survival works. And if you're playing this with friends, it's likely that you're not going to need as much practice. But if you're doing this shit solo, i.e. kicking the bots via the console commands, then yeah, you're gonna need a lot of practice. And here's the thing about doing it solo. As soon as you kick those bots, the game has no idea that those bots aren't there. And so because of that, you're forced to do the work of 4 people all together, which means you have to work 10 times as hard and you have to play 10 times as much. Hi, I'm O'Killius Gray, YouTube sensation. I have rare acute form scoliosis. As a result of this inherited disease, my doctor has advised me to stop playing Reflex Survival for the rest of my life. However, my YouTube career is about to take off, and in response, I politely told my doctor to go fuck himself. To which I then stole a Mountain Dew Code Red out of his little mini fridge in his desk, and then I slapped his bald head and left the doctor's office, never to be seen again. Which actually leads me into the last section. Think on your feet. Think on your feet entails a lot of things. The biggest thing, however, is your smarts. Smarts around the map, smarts around your guns, smarts around your grenades. Through each map, slowly over time, you're gonna memorize the placement of Molotovs, shotguns, and other things. And given the way that Left 4 Dead spawns infected, and just basically how the entire game plays as a whole, you're gonna be on your feet 90% of the time, and there's not really gonna be a point where you're logically gonna wanna stop moving. What exactly is thinking on your feet, and what does it entail? Well, pretty much everything I've described in this entire video are all things you have to think about at the same time while you're playing. Listen, Reflex Survival and Left 4 Dead are not sequential. They're ultra linear. This means you have to be fearless, accurate, you have to know what gun you're gonna use, you have to use the right grenades, you also have to be completely borderline obsessed, and you have to think about all of that shit all while running at the same time. Listen, if your life ain't falling apart as a result of Reflex Survival, then you ain't with it. Now listen guys, do you remember that funny word that I mentioned in the beginning of the video? The one to help you remember all of these things at the same time? Keep that word in your head. It's gonna come in handy one day. Just keep it in your head. Think about it every day. This like whole video feels like just a humongous brainwashing operation. But anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I don't need to tell you how the website works. Just leave a like and sub. Also too, if you want more really edited videos like this one, definitely let me know, because this was really fun to make. But also don't forget to join the Discord server. I do semi-weekly live streams every Saturday at 7 p.m. and I get in the VC. You can hang out, we can play a game together. It's gonna be sick bad. A lot of cool stuff in there. O'Killies World! Join the Discord server. O'Killies World is for everyone. It's a free market. Yeah!